Because if you look at lots of activities in the real world through the lens of games, they start to look very familiar. So what is the monthly sales competition where you get prizes based on how much you sell, other than what in games we would call a challenge? In United's frequent flyer program, when you go from being a premier to a premier executive to 1K or whatever the next level is above that, that's a leveling system. We know that, and people in the games industry know how those systems work. They design them every day in these video games. Same sorts of things get used in other kinds of real-world business contexts. We see teams, we see scores, we see quests, we see reward mechanics, even things like badges. So the American Express Platinum card, or the black card, or whatever you get above that, is partly something that gives you some benefits. But it's also something that you can whip out to impress your friends about your status level. That's a badge. And all of these structures are ones that are well established in the games world, and they're there in the real world as well. But we just haven't traditionally thought about them that way. We haven't looked at these activities through the lens of a game designer. So it turns out, actually, things like the frequent flyer programs, even though they have all of the elements of games. They've got points, they've got levels, they've got rewards, and so on and so forth. Most of them are terrible games because they haven't been designed as games. People do them to get the rewards, they do them to get the benefits, but they're not designed to be fun. And what we're starting to find in the work that I and others are doing is that if you learn from and bring in people who have expertise in game design, in making things fun, it leads to real benefits and real increase in the engagement level and the business metrics.